Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hoppers, let him go. Or let's just show them all. Hey guys. Imagine if I did the video back here. Oh my god. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Special guest here today. So if you can't tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a taste test of all different brands that are gluten-free. So you're not going to see the Cooler Ranch Dorito here, but all of the Cooler Ranch chips by gluten-free brands. And my first little mukbang here. I wanted to first thank you guys. Let me get these chips out of the way. This is so funny. I wanted to first and foremost thank everybody for 500 subscribers. I know in my last video that I put out, it was more like a slideshow. It really wasn't a video. I had edited 2 videos for Instagram TV, and you guys might be thinking, well, why didn't you just post them on YouTube? Well, I had filmed those previously in long view, like I had talked about if you watched them, and so I can still upload them here if you guys want to see that and you don't follow me on Instagram, but it would be very small. So the whole point of filming them for Instagram TV is because people watch them right on their phones in the long view, just like you would for, you know, your IG stories and that sort of thing. So it fits the frame better than over here on YouTube. And I had planned to get those up, but I did not plan for how long it was going to take me. I ran into a bunch of issues with once I had finished editing the video, just basically saving the file and first just trying to upload it to Instagram on my laptop, and then thought maybe I can transfer it to my phone if that's easier and just upload it from there. Both were not working. It came down to seriously the most basic thing. So that ended up taking a good portion of my weekend. And then this week, honestly, has been one of the worst, and I wouldn't say the best, but I guess there's a level of like relief a little bit from me, in a bad way. So that's kind of in a good way. I know that I make no sense right now. There's just some things that I can't discuss, but something happened and it's just a private family matter that I'm affected by, and I didn't know I was going to bring this up, but I just feel like I want this video to be so happy, and, you know, I'm eating food, like who isn't happy when they're eating, and I still want to film this video, and I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about reaching that 500 subscriber goal, and all of that is like really good, but it's just coming at a time in my life that it's like really not a good time. So I know that there's certain things that I can't talk about, but I just felt like if I didn't fill you guys in, I feel like you would know that something is wrong. And honestly, part of the reason why I do this channel is to be honest and vulnerable with you guys and share my life. And it helps me work through things, and so I wouldn't want to sit here and just be fake and like cover it up, because off camera right now I am super quiet and just like processing a lot of things in my head, and fuck. need a minute. Okay. Great. Why did you even put mascara on today, Carissa? But so So basically, all I'll say about that is that, things happen in life that are kind of out of your control, but you do, to a certain extent, have a choice and have a voice. And, I found myself, kind of noticing how much that I've healed. No, I look like a mess right now, but like I'm proud of myself for how I responded, and it's kind of still unfolding, and there's like a lot of unknowns right now, but I'm doing everything on my end, and so I'll just see what happens, but sometimes you can only do so much. So, shit. Alright. But yeah, because all of that has been happening, I had to take the day off from work today. I normally work on Thursdays, and I was scheduled, and I did a little bit of research with, like, when you're under such high levels of stress, or you experience something that you can experience. There's all different forms, but I'm not like diagnosing myself with that, but I was trying to learn about some of the things that can happen and that are happening to me. So anyways, I took today off because it was seriously affecting me at work so much, and like I felt so calm, and this whole week I have felt pretty calm, which is a shock, but I can't focus at all, and I am forgetting things and doing things that I would never do, and so I felt like I was going to lose my job if I just kept doing that. So for the sanity of myself, and for the job security, and for the sanity of those around me at work, I knew that I just needed to take a day. I can't really afford to, but it was so evident, and I just couldn't be there. So probably not a good idea that I bought these chips last weekend to make this video if I'm gonna lose my job. But, geez. Oh my god, yeah. So, like, really quick, because this video is not about that, but really quick, just some of the stuff that I was doing at work. So, I forgot to ring in on one shift 2 separate tables, 2 whole orders. So one of them, it was a party of 10, and I completely forgot to ring in one lady's food. So I rang in the other 9, completely forgot. And then my other table was 3 adults and 2 kids, and forgot to ring in the dad's order, ring everybody else's. And when I even went back to like ask him to double check what he ordered, because like that was another thing, is like I couldn't even read what I was writing down. It was a nightmare, you guys, absolute nightmare. And so, because I do have nightmares like that, but this was like happening in real life. Anyway, so I like went there and asked him. I tried to remember what he ordered. I had part of it right, and he's like, no, but this, on it instead. I literally walked away, and in that 10-second time frame of walking from the table to the computer, I couldn't remember what he just said to me. And like at all. So I had to go back and ask him again. It is like, it was so embarrassing. And I just felt like my tables could sense it. Clearly, I mean, it was like, what is going on? They probably just think I'm a horrible server. And so there was that. Monday, I had left cash from a table right at the table. I didn't even go back. I just left. Didn't remember doing that. So my manager reached out to me and said that, you know, he had money there for me and that he would keep it for the next day. Then the next day, I went to leave, and if anybody is a waitress, most restaurants, it works like this, where you give them money, and depending upon which amount of credit card versus the amount of cash that you took in that day, you'll either owe the restaurant or the restaurant will owe you. And they had owed me money, and I just left. It didn't process in my head at all. Like, I gave them my receipts, I gave them everything, and just left. And then I'm surprised that I came to and like realized, and so reached out to them and was like, hey, I don't know why I did that. And not only just left, forgot to tip the busser, which I never do. He was not offended by it. He realizes I'm friends with him, and so like, but if he did not bring it up to me the next day, I wouldn't have remembered. Didn't even register at all. That video that I filmed for you guys with the heart-shaped, my last video, well, my actual last video, not the like bogus slideshow that I put out. I had borrowed the wire rack for when I was putting the frosting on, and the heart-shaped cookie cutter from my friend. And when I went to go leave the other night, I saw my bag that I had put it in when I brought it back for her after I got done using it. And I remember thinking, looking at it, being like, oh, I can't forget that again. I need to take that home, because I had saw it the day before and went home without it. So I'm like, oh, I can't forget today, so I'll do it now before I forget, right? So I did. I grabbed it and then left and texted her and realized that I grabbed my bag, but her stuff was still in it. And it wasn't like I couldn't see the stuff was in it. I mean, the wire rack was like sticking out of the bag. It was obvious that the bag was not empty. And it's just like one of those recyclable grocery bags and stuff that I reuse, that's all. But just stuff like that. I had overcharged somebody's bill was $38, and I left a tip for myself for $38 and change or whatever. It was like the exact amount of the bill. And no recollection of like doing that. That's something I never do. It's just crazy. Like, it's like my brain is just like detached from my body right now. When I went to go leave the other morning, I had opened the garage door because I was parked inside the garage, and I lifted the garage door to get out, right? And I opened it, I got in my car and didn't pull out, and got back out of my car to start shutting the garage door, and was like, what are you doing? You opened it so you could pull out of the garage, and I was trying to shut it before I even pulled out. Like, crazy stuff. I filmed a little video that will go up on my Instagram story of coming home to the dogs being out, which Edison is always graded. So if you guys want to see footage of that and what I walked home to, you can probably only imagine. You can go check that out on my Instagram. That'll be up this week. And it's just been a week. So let's just dive right into this video. Okay. All right. Sorry. Not sorry. I feel like a lot of times people are like I feel like people think that people want people on the internet to just be happy all the time, and I make it a point to, in my real life, I've made sure to feel my feelings when I feel them, and I think that should be no different with the internet. You know, the internet is supposed to mirror my real life as much as possible. You know, there's certain things, like I said, that still need to be private, but I think it's people's own insecurities and our own ego that we all have that makes us not want to obviously flaunt the bad parts of our lives, but I think that there's just as much power and importance in sharing that. And, you know, if that's what's happening in my life, then why cover that up? Like, why? That's not good for my mental health. That's something that I advocate on here, and that's something that I actively do and work through in my own life, and pretending that it's not there is not healthy. And so I don't know, maybe people don't enjoy this, but I'm still gonna be who I am regardless, you know. And I just think, like, obviously this isn't a movie, but we gain things from happy movies, you know, and just as much as we enjoy in a different form, you know, dramas or sad movies, you know, that's life. There's so many different facets of life. So, all right, I'm gonna take a breath and we're gonna get through this video. So, the moment you guys have all been waiting for. The first one that I'm gonna try is gonna be this brand here. You guys probably have seen me talk about this brand on my Instagram. I've bought their tortilla shells. At this point, I've bought 2 of them. One of them being the cassava flour, something like that. I don't know. I'll insert it on the screen here. And then the other one that we've tried by them was, I think it was the almond flour. I don't know. I have it in the fridge. Hold on. Let me check. The almond flour. So I've had this one, and then I've also had the cassava flour, whatever it is. This brand is, focus. This brand is very, very healthy as far as chips go, and as far as, you know, tortilla, see what I mean? Like, no brain. I keep wanting to say tortilla strips or tortilla shells. They're not shells. Yeah, shells. Like tortilla wraps. Soft shell taco wraps. Anyways, okay, so these are certified gluten-free. That is what you want to look for when you're looking for any sort of processed food. If you're going to buy processed gluten-free stuff, that is the best ones to go for. And it is dairy-free, paleo, vegan. The ingredients include, oh, there's the word, cassava flour, the same flour that is used in the tortillas. What is cassava? Cassava is a mineral-rich root vegetable and a staple crop in many parts of the world, including Latin America, Africa, and Asia.
Cassava flour, avocado oil, coconut flour, nutritional yeast, coconut milk powder, ground chia seeds, sea salt, garlic powder, lactic acid, onion powder, citric acid, dill weed, parsley powder.
So all things that you can pronounce, which is a good sign. They smell like coconut. Very strong smells like coconut. Alright, here they are. They're very light in color. Very, very light. But they look like they've got a decent amount of that Cool Ranch on there, which I'm looking for. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I don't really taste Cool Ranch. I'm getting some taste of like coconut and lime and maybe a little bit of dill. They're not bad, but The texture's good too. They're not bad. They're, I think, the healthiest out of all three of these. So for that reason, maybe I would gravitate towards these, but overall taste, probably 5 out of 10 for, you know, maybe more like a 9 out of 10 for originality, but they don't really taste like that ranch chip that was hoping that they would taste like. So they're good in their own way. I don't know if I'd call them ranch, but I think because I'm just so used to that processed ranch taste from the Doritos. So that one is These I have tried before. So I'm excited to be able to try these and compare them at the same time and see. I remember liking these, so I want to see now which ones I actually like better. But these are certified gluten-free. So ingredient list is a little longer. These are not vegan. They contain milk. And so we've got
ground corn, expeller pressed canola oil, organic buttermilk, sea salt, organic cheddar cheese, organic whey, cane sugar, yeast extract, onion powder, spices, tomato powder, garlic powder, natural flavor. Sorry, I'm just seeing if it's still recording. I've been talking for so long. Lactic acid, organic white distilled vinegar, citric acid, and organic skim milk.
So, oh, I need a shake. Let me go grab my green shake that I've been drinking. Green shake. Perfect with Cool Ranch strips. Okay. Yeah, these definitely have more to them. I know that they're still a better option, you know, than probably the Doritos would be, but health-wise, these are a little bit more indulgent for sure. All right, these chips are bigger in size. Bigger's not always better, but the fact that I've already tried these, in this case, it is. So here we've got one of these chips, and they're all about this size. And then over here, we got that sad little thing. But they look, besides size, they literally look almost exactly the same. Here we go for this one. You can see all those seasonings it says that it has. Oh yeah. You do it. You can taste the corn that they use in this. You can taste that cheesiness. But it's a good balance. So far, these taste the most accurate in relation to the Cool Ranch Doritos. Texture too. These are good. All right, and then the last ones that we have, this brand I have tried their chips before, but I've never had them in the Dorito Ranch form. So it's a pretty tasty brand. So I have a feeling these are going to be good, but we'll see. Good thing these are also certified gluten-free. That's what we want. And ingredients on this guy, we've got
organic corn, organic expeller pressed sunflower oil, organic maltodextrin, organic tapioca solids, sea salt, organic raw cane sugar, organic onion powder. Right, everything is organic, so we don't have to keep saying that word. Garlic powder, flavor, which is what's flavor, but spices, tomato powder, white distilled vinegar, yeast extract, citric acid, lactic acid, annatto extract, and some natural flavors.
This ingredient is very similar to the last ones that I just tried, but it has a few extra things in it that are not necessarily good extra things. So 10% of profits to charity. That's always good. I don't know which charity. It doesn't say. I don't know. Maybe Nami Like Me? I don't know. So now that let me try these first, and then we'll compare the nutrition facts on them. Ooh, girl. All right. These ones, for sure, if I didn't see the outer packaging and you threw these in a Dorito Cool Ranch, I'd probably think that they were Cool Ranch Doritos. They have a little bit less seasoning on them, like the coating, but they're pretty spot on. So, let's see here. Yeah, there's not as much seasoning on these ones. Doesn't mean that they're not going to be flavorful, but they're not coated. Like, you know, whenever you eat Cool Ranch and you have to, like, lick your finger after every chip? Yeah, it's not like that with these. Let's see if I can find one with a little bit better. Well, they're all pretty, not bland, but it's not really filled up. So, here we are. You see what I mean, though? They look very similar. All right, let's get these tried. Did I rate the last one? I don't think I did. These ones, I feel like I would have to give them, not these. These, I think I'd have to give them a 10 out of 10 for the purpose of buying gluten-free. I think they did a really good job with them. These ones. I thought these were going to be, especially with all the ingredient on the back. I'm trying to not play with my hair in videos. You guys probably see that I do that. I know that you see that I do that. It's just a nervous habit. I thought that these were going to be better than they are. So, while these were actually flavorful, I just wasn't too fond of the flavor of them. These just don't really have that much flavor. They kind of just taste like corn chips. Sorry. Wait till I finish my bite. I don't know if it's just that chip that I got, so let me try another. I mean, there's a hint of ranch in there, but it's like, where are you hiding? Why are you hiding? Yeah, guys, I don't know. These are just kind of a dud. I feel like these were all around the same price point too. I think. Let me see if I can find my receipt. So I know obviously certain places will have different pricings on these, but where I shopped, they were the Siesta. So these guys here came to $3.49. $3.50 for these. And then the Wild Ranch. Which ones are the Wild? Oh, these ones here were $2.99, so cheaper. And the Deep River. Okay. Sparkling mineral water. Oh, is it OG? OG Ranch? It's gotta be, because the other ones, I know what those are. Okay, so then these ones here were $2.99. So the same price as these guys. So $2.99, $2.99. These are the most expensive, but only 50 cents more. So overall, I think that the way to go as far as taste, hands down, still my number one choice is these guys, for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely going to indulge in these after this video. These two just didn't do it, guys. Just didn't do it. I guess if I was at a store that only had these to choose from, I think I would just go with these, honestly, because I like the taste of corn tortilla chips, and that's basically what I'm getting when I buy these. So, this was really fun. This was a really fun video. So, if you guys are looking to buy one of these next time you're shopping, I hope that you remember which ones I liked. I'm not saying that you're going to like the same ones, but just to give you a better idea of what they taste like. Oh, I wanted to compare nutritional facts on them. So for these guys right here, the total fat is going to be 7 grams, and that's for about 10 chips. This one, total fat is 8 grams, and that's for about 15 chips. And then this one, total fat, you've got 6 grams, and that is for about 11 chips. So across the board, I mean, they like kind of changed their serving size. So the total fat is a little bit more, a little bit less, but the size, the chips, and the size of the chips. So 11 chips is really equivalent, 11 chips of this one is gonna be, or when it says 10 chips of this one is really like 30 chips of that one. So carbs, about the same. We've got 17 grams on this guy, 18 grams here, 19 grams there. I'm trying to see if there's any major differences. So sodium over here, 190 milligrams. This one is only 90, and this one is 160. So you're trying to keep an eye on your sodium levels. I might go with these ones. I want to thank you for being here. So thank you. I want to thank you for everyone who has subscribed to my videos. It's a big deal to me. I know some of you guys don't get a chance to watch all of my videos, but subscribing is just another way for me to see, and all of your comments is just another way for me to see that you guys are enjoying what I'm making, and it's a good sign, and it's exciting. It's exciting. I think this might be my 80th video that I've uploaded on YouTube since starting in September 2017. So this year will make 2 years coming up this fall, and it's amazing. It's so amazing. It's so amazing how fast yet how slow time has gone by, and I have never found something that I've loved more. I enjoy every aspect of this. There are days that it gets frustrating, like this weekend. There's been a lot of days like that when it comes to this, and when some days, you're not making money and you're spending all these hours on doing something, you can start to question, if it's all worth it. But if nothing ever came of this, it's it's worth it. I have learned so much about myself. I have grown so much as a person. I have realized what my passions are, realized how there was a lot of times in my life where I think I was chasing the wrong things, and so I would start to feel like something was wrong with me because I would lose interest in things very quickly, and I'm realizing that those things were just not made for me, and that's okay. And I've really found my thing with YouTube. So I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for all of your patience and for taking this journey with me. And while I teach myself on the weekends how to hopefully make this something I can do full time and be able to devote more time to learning about this. I never went to school for any of this. I started out going to school for nursing and accounting, so I didn't have a whole lot of background. I knew that I needed to be doing something creative, and I knew that I had so many things that I wanted to be able to share, so I'm just learning how to do that, and I feel like this is the best place to do that. So I just want to thank you guys again for being here and for sticking with me while I grow, and I will see you very soon in my next video, and I hope you guys are having a better week than me. I don't get too hard on myself with this because, like I said, I'm realizing that I have a better sense of clarity, and like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I just feel more in tune with myself than I have at any point. I know that that's going to carry me through, and it has. So while I might feel not the greatest, I know that I won't allow myself to get stuck. So it's just temporary, and it will get better, but it won't get better if you ignore it. So yeah, so sorry this video was so heavy. I'm sorry if you clicked this and thought it was going to be this upbeat video, but I hope that you still enjoyed, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.